Good morning and welcome to RVing with Zeus. So today's topic will be about towing a vehicle of your choice with your RV. There's a lot of important steps to being able to safely transport a vehicle behind your RV. I've had RVs now since 2009, and this is my second RV. I had a 94 Fleetwood Southwind for about 9 years, and then I switched up to this one. This is a this is a 2006 Fleetwood Bounder. So the other one, the Fleetwood Southwind, was 32 feet and 10 feet 4 inches high and weighed 18,000 pounds. And this 2006 Fleetwood Bounder is 36 feet. It is 12 feet 7 high and weighs 22,000 pounds. So there's quite a bit of difference. This guy's got a lot of torque, a lot of horsepower, and I don't even feel my car. I tow a 2007 Chevy Cobalt. So some basic things to talk about. You always want to make sure you check your hitches and your hitch system. You want to make sure that you check your wiring and make sure the wiring works. There's tester kits that you can buy at like Advance Auto. You can plug it in and you can have someone turn the signal, turn the running lights on, turn the flashers on, the turn signals as well, and then make sure that all the wiring works. You make sure you don't want to have any frayed wires. This is really important because it's going to signal other vehicles behind you and your car that you're going to be turning left or right or stopping. You also want to check your hitch itself. Make sure it's not rusted. Make sure all the welds are good. So this RV, it's a 25th anniversary edition, which means it's got a truck line suspension or a Freightliner suspension, which means it sits up higher than normal. It's got the truck tires. It's got the Freightliner chassis. So this hitch is way above. I mean, it's almost like 2.5 to 3 feet high. My Cobalt bumper sits about here. Okay, so you don't want ever to have a towing system where the tow bar is going to be angled downward. You always want to have the tow bar so it's flat across, even with the bumper of your car. I did have a scenario some time ago with this vehicle when I had a straight line tow extension. I did not drop it down at all, and I ended up in a situation where I had to slam on the brakes on this guy, and the whole rear end lifted up and the car went underneath the RV. It busted the tow bar and the car got jammed underneath the RV in these bracket supports, and I did some damage to the car. Fortunately, I didn't do any damage to Zeus, but I did damage to the car and I busted the tow bar. Good news, bad news, I had to spend a couple thousand fixing the car. Good news was the tow bar that I bought had a lifetime warranty on it, so I was able to get every single part that broke replaced free of charge. And the representative was really professional about it and had it shipped to me like practically overnight. And I saved a bunch of money there because the kit itself is about $1,800. So let's talk a little bit about what I did with this setup. Obviously you can see from where I'm standing right now, the hitch is right here. So it's quite a ways up. So I have here before me a hitch system. Okay, so now it's upside down. So let me just turn it. Okay, so that's the hitch system, the drop system that I have for my car. All right, I'm gonna set it just like this. You can see it. This is rated at 10,000 pounds. They had lesser ones, but I want to get the max so that I knew that this part of the system is going to be super strong and I didn't have to worry about it ever breaking. This bar right here is solid. This bar right here is solid. This part here where the hitch goes in is hollow, obviously, and this part here that receives the bike rack is hollow. Whole thing rated for 2,000 or 10,000 pounds. As you can see here, what this does is it goes up into the hitch system here and it drops it down 10 inches. And that's where I want to be. I want to be 10 inches is where my bumper is to the car. This one right here, I got on Amazon, and I spent about $85. The other thing I have here is the bike rack. You could pick this up almost anywhere. I like this one here because the bracketing system, there's a coupling system right here that I can dislodge, and I can actually take the whole bike rack and I can slide it down and drop the bikes to the ground. This sways. I could put four bikes on this, and I've had this for a number of years now, and it's worked fine. It just bolts through the hitch here. There's a bolt that goes through the locking pins, and it's been around for a while now, and I have never had any issues with it. You can buy whatever style you want. This over here is the Ready brake system, as you can see. So this is the Ready Brake 2, I believe. It's made by NSA. I got the whole kit for $1,800, and for that it comes with the braking system, it comes with the tow bar, the cover, it comes with all the cables that are needed to connect your car. I also had to order a specialized tow bar bracket for my Cobalt. I dropped it off at a shop, and they wanted almost $4,000 to put it in. So I said, you know what? I'm mechanically inclined, and I'll do it myself. So I spent a day or two taking the front end apart, and I put the bar in. It was really not that hard at all. It comes with all the instructions, it comes with pictures, and I was able to install this thing. I ran all the lights in the Cobalt for the turn signals, and then this thing comes with a braking system. And how it works is I got these braking cables right here that are attached to the car, and there's bar right here. This part right here and this part right here are two different systems. This is a plunger, okay? And the way it works is that you have your tow bar right here that's connected to the car, and when you stop, the physical force, the momentum of the car is going to push on this bar. It's going to depress inside this solid bar here, and it's going to move this pin forward. And when it moves this pin forward, this cable goes back towards the RV, and it pulls on the cable that's in the bumper system, which I have run into the brake pedal. And basically what happens is when I stop, the plunger goes into the bar, it pulls on this cable, which pulls on the cable in the car, which grabs the pedal, the brake pedal, and it pulls on the brake pedal and helps stop the car. You want to have a braking system of some kind in your vehicle, especially if you have a smaller RV and you have a bigger vehicle. I've seen people on the roads that are towing trucks these days, like Duramaxes, full-size 1-ton Silverados. You want to have a braking system on those vehicles because you're talking about, 10,000 pounds of moving physical force. And when you try to stop and that vehicle does not have any kind of braking system, you're pushing on this RV. All that weight is pushing on this RV, which makes it harder to stop with this vehicle. It'll take longer time, and then you're going to end up in a disaster where if you're like taking a turn with the RV and you're trying to stop, it's going to put so much force on the RV and on the tow bar, you're going to end up snapping it, and you're going to end up in a world of hurt. So you want to end up with some kind of braking system with this. So anyways, you just always want to make sure you check all the wiring. Once you hook up the vehicle and you're ready to tow, You want to have someone sit in the driver's seat of the RV and run all the lights, and you're going to check your car to make sure that the running lights are working, the turn signals are working, the hazard lights are working. This way, when you're going down the road, you're safe. Other vehicles can see you, because trust me, this RV, as big as it is almost same as a motorcycle, and I've seen scenarios where they just don't pay attention to you and don't see you, and they cut right in front of you. So you want to make sure that you have all your lighting, safety lighting working. So I also want to talk real quick about protecting your system here. Let me just grab it so you can see at least. By the way, this thing is really heavy. It is solid. As you can see right here, I have a locking key here and a locking key here. Okay, so I went out and I bought those because I don't want to have to come out to my RV and find out that someone stole my towing kit, because they will steal it, and all they have to do is buy the bracket that goes to their car, and they can use this for their own purposes. So I went to Home Depot and I picked up these locking keys. Okay, you're gonna spend anywhere between $10 to $15, $20, depending on what kind you want. And make sure you have spare keys in case you lose the original ones. And when I put this thing in, it's locked in the RV for the whole season. It doesn't come apart. I leave this in the vehicle. The tow kit comes with a cover. And I set this aside just the way it is right now. It sits off to the side. Let me just do this. How about that? So you can see. Alright. So there's the bar. It sits off to the side. It's covered. I have these wraps that go around the cover to protect it from the rain. You want to make sure you spray the hydraulics in here. The pistons that are inside here, you want to spray them with WD-40. Same thing with this too. Make sure everything's lubricated. I wear gloves because in some cases, like for example, I don't know if you can see this, but see this muckety stuff that's on here right now? That's no-sees. I gobbled it up on this part of the hitch system. Because I don't want the rust to build up inside, and it's going to be a difficult time in trying to remove it after the season's done. And that's pretty much, right here, and I also put it some right here. This part here goes in just like that. So anyways, I hope that was helpful for some of you guys. If you have any questions, just make a comment, and I'll reply with whatever best answer that I can come up with. You guys have a good day, and stay safe out there with you RVing.